Welcome to our trip to the Fingerlakes, to Niagara Falls and Watkins Glen. It's, I believe, the 1st of October 2023 when this was recorded. Beautiful day, blue skies, trees starting to turn yellow. Our first stop is Ithaca, which is the southernmost point of Cayuga Lake. It's about 230 miles away. I think it'll take about 5 hours to get there. So we should arrive there in kind of mid-afternoon time. Right now we're crossing the Hudson River. This is called a Hamilton Fish Newborough Beacon Bridge. It connects up Orange and Dutchess counties. It's called an articulated deck truss bridge. I just thought it was very, very American in its looks. Skipping forward about 3 hours or so here, further upstate you can see the trees are a lot more autumnal, but it's still pretty early in the season. And sorry for the dead bug right in the middle of the screen. He was wiped clean later on. Finally make it to our hotel in Ithaca, cunningly named Hotel Ithaca. We're just going to pull in, drop our stuff off, and then go on to our first waterfall. The first waterfall is only about 10 minutes from our hotel. The locals are clearly imaginative. They've called it Ithaca Falls. It might be Ithaca. I'm not sure. Jensen is just 8 months old here, and look at those chubby cheeks. Ithaca Falls is 150 feet tall and 175 foot wide. Swimming is prohibited, however, due to potential contamination from nearby industries, so maybe not quite as clean as it looks. Driving up the side of Seneca Lake right now. There are about 10 or 11 Finger Lakes in total. Seneca's the largest and deepest at 620 feet deep. The Finger Lakes are also known for their vineyards. There are apparently over 100 of them scattered around the 11 Finger Lakes. The 37-mile road that takes you to the top of Seneca Lake isn't always right next to the water, but even the inland side is very beautiful. Being a northern point of New York, the trees are more autumnal, and in a minute you're going to see on the left hand side a couple of really beautiful yellow trees that in a few weeks the whole of this road would look like. This is Geneva, the northernmost town on Seneca Lake. Not the most exciting town in the world, but it did have an Irish pub. Where Jensen ate his yummy apple puree. Well, yummy to him anyway. Onwards and southwards as we go down the lake on the lookout for a nice vineyard to visit, and we go past a few little villages and things. Nigel spots a nursery that we just have to visit, apparently. So naturally, we can spend some more money there. Sorry, time there. Spend some time there. We made a kind of random stop at Fox Run Vineyards, which looked nice from the road. And indeed turned out to be a good place to have a light afternoon nibble. And yes, that's a local going past in a horse and trap. Then it was onwards and southwards as we try and find another vineyard that was really on the lake as opposed to being right next to a road. And after a few minutes of internet searching, we found Miles Wine Cellars that looked quite promising. it certainly had a rather stunning tree. The place was perfect. It had that great white American home where you get your alcohol from on the lake, and of course had its own private deck. It was a bit of a bumpy ride down to it. For Jensen, that is. But it was definitely worth it. Jensen, as usual, was not that impressed. Time to head back to the hotel for the night and clean the windscreen again. Got up early the next morning to see Talganek Falls. It's 215 foot high, so it's actually taller than the Niagara Falls, which is where we're on our way to see right now. I do love the American billboards. Another articulated deck truss bridge for your joy, this time in sky blue. Next time I promise we won't be so lazy and actually lift the camera up so you can see the rather nice view. 3 hours and 165 miles later, we arrive at Niagara Falls Park. You can see it steaming there in the distance. Well, not steaming, misting. There's no question about it, it is a very impressive sight. You can see the boat made of the mist just there on the right hand side as it gets a close up to the falls. That's Rainbow Bridge in the distance. For obvious reasons, its name's Rainbow Bridge. Jensen, though, not impressed again. Look at all those idiots wearing pink plastic Macs. Don't! Finally, Jensen found something he enjoys and is impressed with. A pink plastic Mac. And this is what it's like if you don't have kids and you go on the top deck. So time to cross Rainbow Bridge and enter Canada. First stop, our hotel. Who gave us a room with an amazing view of the falls. I ventured down to the falls that night, where they was all lit up, red, white and blue. Must have known a Brit was coming. Sunrise has to be the best time to see the falls as you watch it rise above the horizon. Just thought I'd leave this shot running so you can enjoy that sunrise too. And with that, we leave our hotel to grab some breakfast. At none other than the famous Canadian Tim Hortons, which frankly is overhyped as ever. It's just like a fancy Dunkin' Donuts really. Once Jensen had finished worshipping my truck, it was time to move on to the Finger Lakes. We're now back at the bottom of Seneca Lake at Watkins Glen, and we have a quick look at the Warren Clute Memorial Park, which is effectively a small beach, but it's a very pretty view. This is the main town centre of Watkins Glen itself. You'll notice the Grand Prix start lines everywhere. That's because it used to be on the F1 calendar for about 20 years, between the 60s and the 8 to 1980. People like Jim Clark, Graham Hill, Jackie Stewart, James Hunt, Niki Lauda, lots of famous drivers have raced and won here. Now, however, Watkins Glen is famous for its state park that has over 20 beautiful waterfalls within it. And I'm going to walk you all the way through on fast speed, of course. And I would just like to note 832 steps is not pleasant. Isn't it gorgeous? Gorge us. Bad joke? Yeah, sorry. $832 steps, but it was definitely worth it. Yeah, running up the stairs, that's just showing off. What I'm saying right now in my head is ouch, 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 ouch. And that ends the Watkins Glen walk. They end it with Jacob's Ladder, which is a pleasant 180 stone steps to get to the top to complete your 832 total steps involved. it's a complete waste of time, because when you get to the top there's absolutely no view. So top tip, if you're going to go there, don't climb Jacob's Ladder, just go back the way you came. This also ends Niagara Falls and Finger Lake adventures, so yeah, see you on the next one.